The hinge that I use is the best one on the market. In fact, I would even consider the second best. It's this one or nothing. Why am I making these 10mm crosscuts in this beautiful piece of lightweight 18mm plywood? Because I can. Actually, what I want to do is show you the hinge that I have for my track saw. I wanted to demonstrate it first, and I didn't want to waste a lot of nice plywood. So it doesn't make a difference if I'm doing a 10mm cut or a 24-inch cut. My track saw hinge. Now this is a very important tool because it's what connects my track to the crosscut system that I have. This is the Paulk Smart Crosscut. This is what I use for production when I'm going to build a set of cabinets or bookcases or things where I have a lot of cross-cutting to do. I want to do a repeatable cut, so I have stops. And it's just because it's on the smart system, it's on the MFT system. So I know by setting the stop, I'm going to get that exact length every time, and they're going to be perfectly square. So I can just make tens, dozens, hundreds of cuts without thinking about it. This is a very quick, efficient, accurate system using a track to break down plywood to build cabinets. In fact, it's superior to any table saw you can get, short of having a big sliding table saw. I've made this argument before. A lot of people disagree with me, but I've had both. I've done both. And for me, this is way faster and more accurate. I get a better cut than I do on a big cabinet saw. If you want to get a detailed set of plans to build a Paulk Smart bench, a crosscut like this, a Smart Station, or any of the accessories that work with the system. And yes, it is the smart system. So everything is designed to work together, including the cradle, which holds the table saw, and many other benchtop tools. The smart cart that makes the whole system mobile and 1,000 times more efficient, or the smart wood shop itself. There'll be a link in the description of this video down below. You can go there and purchase any of the plans or packages of plans, and then you will be able to download them instantaneously, 365, 24/7. To do it though, I want to be moving quick, and I need to get the material on the bench and under the track, and then move on to the next piece, make the cut, move on to the next. So having the track hinged or attached so that I can just lift it up and move the material and then push it back down, that's important for speed, for productivity. A long time ago, I had an MFT table, a very famous one, and it had the hinge on the other end. And that system didn't work really well for me, but I liked the idea. So when I created the very first Paulk Crosscut, I built my own hinge. And there were plans out there for that to show exactly how I built mine and how you could build one for yourself. When I went to the Paulk Smart Crosscut, I eliminated that. And this is actually one of the tools that helped me do that. I made it a simple single piece tool plus the stops versus the other one, which had a long piece that you had to square up, and then you had to set the hinge, connect the track. It was a cool idea, but it wasn't very efficient. And I felt that having to calibrate it every time allowed me to introduce inaccuracy. I could get it out of square, and I did. This is just impossible because we're locked in with these 20mm holes, 96 millimeters apart, cut exactly square. So I can't be off just a little bit. I'd have to be way off so you'd really see it. Why is this hinge the best hinge on the market? Because it's not a hinge at all. It's these Stanton Dog Locks. They perform way better than any hinge. First off, they're not attached to the table. They're attached to your track. The forward one is put on with 2 screws. You slide it on the rail, put it where you want it, you tighten it down and it stays there. The back one, the one closest to you, you then adjust it so you get the friction you want on this dog. And the back one is adjusted with these just finger tightening bolts. There's a number of reasons this is better than a hinge. First off, I don't have to attach it over there and have it stuck. I can slip it on and it's ready to go. And if I do need to get it out of my way to load the table or do something, I can set it below. It's completely out of my way. And the reason for a hinge is so that you can just lift your track up, move your material, and then put it back down. That's exactly what I just did with this without having the attachment. Also self-adjusting for the thickness of material. I don't need to go over on the hinge side and raise or lower it if I'm doing 18 mil or 6 mil, 12 mil, or even thicker material. All I have to do is just raise the track up. Actually, I don't have to raise it at all. I just put the material underneath and put it down, and it's automatically adjusted for the thickness of material. So that saves time in having to go over and again and adjust the hinge, for the thickness of your material. With this setup, rather than having to lift the track up on the hinge and prop it up or have it flipped all the way back, which in a wider rip I found in my situation, with it being way over there, I was having to reach way over to pull it back. With this system, I can completely detach it, set it aside, quickly put it back on, or I can just float it, just lift it up a little bit, and with it hovering, I can just slide the material underneath, get it back where I want it, and push it back down. And when I am doing a big cabinet job, I have a second bench just like this in front, and the material is actually loaded there. The stop gets set and not moved, and I'm just sliding the material in, making the cut. Just hover it, make the cut, pull this one off, slide it back in, drop it back down, make the next cut. It's really slick, very quick way, very accurate way. If you've got a cabinet job, say just 30 cabinets, that's 60 sides. And with bases, the sides are all exactly the same. They're all identical in their rip and in their length. So you've got them all ripped and ready to go, stacked on the bench, and you're just sliding and doing your crosscut, putting it, stacking on your next bench, sliding. It's really, really efficient. It's the track saw that makes this all possible. But the accessories you can get from them, like the Stanton Dog Locks, are really what take it to the next level of efficiency and accuracy. Designed by Dave Stanton. He's another YouTube woodworker. He has a beautiful shop down in Australia. This is his design, and he went through iterations until he came up with this set. I have no business relationship, no compensation for telling you about these Stanton Dog Locks. I just think that it's one of those tools that if you have a track saw, you really should have a set of these, and I want the Smart Woodshop fam to have that advantage. I'll put a link to the company in the United States that has these, and then I'll also put a link to Dave Stanton in Australia. So if you're in a different location, contact Dave, and maybe he's got other resources to help you get your hands on these. Mahalo for hanging out with me in the Smart Wood Shop.